Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. And this particular article is just an opener, has nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about. It says drag queen school board vice president arrested on child CP and endangerment charges. Lock his fucking ass up. I'm tired. See, this is why we didn't want people, drag queens, reading the kids during story time. Shit like this. In any event, when we come back, I'm going to hit you with the main event. Alright, so y'all seen that video, black woman pouring milk in the damn bowl with the dogs, and I think I did another video and I mentioned her, right? Her and her husband did a TikTok video, her eating dog food and shit off the fucking floor. And I called her a sellout bed wench, because while I don't discourage or have a problem with IR relationships, any black woman that makes a TikTok video making black women look crazy as cat shit, doing some degrading shit like that while the white man is on looking, laughing at her, is a fucking bed wench. That's where I'm at with it. And I actually have a sister that's married to a white man, so before you motherfuckers come for me, it ain't even about all that. Hell, my mama's biracial. I have and had plenty of white friends throughout the years. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, just a couple years ago, a white friend of mine I knew for like 20-30 years, actually no, I think I knew her about 29 years, just died from a heart attack. So I got nothing against white people, because at the end of the day, well, I think I can't prove, but I think they're aliens, right? But this article, it says right here, a man says he's hesitant to date divorced black woman because she was married to a white man. Now, the other woman that was eating the damn dog food out the bowl with the milk in it and the dog food, she's married to a white man. And if you just now tuning into my show, or you've been listening to me for a bit, you're gonna say, well, what's the correlation? Well, there isn't really one. Loosely, if I'm gonna put together some bullshit connection, let me just work through it here. Black women that date and marry white dudes typically be on the bullshit. They be white supremacists and don't even realize it. And the same thing for black men that date white women. And this is a dust bunny. Now, when a black man dates a white woman, if she's not like Victoria white, right, or come from some type of money or affluentness or upper class or even middle classness, most of the time it should be the dust bunny, right? Be a white bitch with a fat ass in the hood, right? Let me slow that down. Sometimes them niggas be on some dumb nigga shit too, but we not talking about that. We talk about the black women. Women are more susceptible to take on the traits of their mate, right? Beliefs and ideologies. Hence, the white women that voted for Donald Trump, even though he's clearly, right, I'm not gonna say a misogynist, womanizer / rapist, and they still voted for him, right? He was on some white nationalist shit. Shitting on the immigrants back. White women went out, I want to say at the tune of 70-something% and voted for this nigga. So I have reason to believe they voted on par with their husbands. Racist motherfuckers, right? So that's how we got Donald Trump. So when a black woman gets with a white man, two things happen. He either is a softball and it has been near our culture, right? So he's familiar with it, and he lets her to be a whore degenerate and lets her just run rampant. I notice a lot of white men, when they married to black women just be talking crazy to them, like stuff you need to chastise your wife about, but they don't. They let shit slide. They be telling the nigga what to do, you know, punking him around and shit. He be taking it too. So that in itself breeds confusion and chaos, because then if she leaves him, she come to us, then we got to deal with that bullshit. She didn't allow this nigga to do it. She think it's normalized. Now she trying to try that shit out on me. Offensive, right? Or it's a black woman, like I said, that picks up white nationalist, white supremacist ideologies. They start talking down on their own people. They start neglecting the oppression and the shit that happens to black people, right? Like there's no causation. Niggas is just selling crack out of osmosis. Like nobody's designing to be the inner cities to be fucked up, gentrifying it where they can't afford it and the jobs don't pay shit. Yeah. So niggas just selling crack out of osmosis, right? Or any other illicit drug, or shooting each other just cause it's the thing to do. Nigga picked up a Draco with a switch and just want the Swiss cheese shit. So I don't like black women that are married or date white dudes, because then I gotta deal with that fuck shit. But it says right here, the black dude said, I'm kind of hesitant to post this, but my high school homie wants me to ask her out. Wants me to ask out her good once my high school homie's wife wants me to ask out her good friend. I met her a few times at their house. She's black, educated, around my age, doesn't have kids just like me, and is also very attractive and also divorced. The problem, she was married to a white man. For personal historical reasons, I avoid dating black women that date them. I will make an exception, but the fact that she was married to one bothers me. Now, I ain't gonna say I don't feel them. Like I said, I just stated the stipulations on why I wouldn't date a black woman that was married to a white man, shit like that. Now he lists historical reasons, and that was one thing that I left out because I think historical reasons are actually very pertinent. I think I seen, and I got a video clip of a dude that says, considering that black people was enslaved by white people, and fast forward, we cool with them. That shit blows my mind. I'm not gonna sit and say I don't understand that train of thought. It blows my mind too. The fact that our ancestors were enslaved about a little over 276 years, and now in present day time, like, we cool. Now I know it wasn't all white people, however, it was a good fucking portion of them, right? Roughly about 3% of white people owned slaves, but the other 97% was condoning shit, writing the laws and alerting the slave catchers, hell, even detaining niggas they self until the slave master got there, right? So everybody was complicit, and the fact that we so cool with white people, it blows my mind from time to time, right? But there's a saying, and I forgot who said it, but it says the fact that we only want peace and equality and not revenge says a lot. And it really does, because by all means we should be going for revenge, but we seen what happens in the Middle East. No good can come from that. So, and black people aren't a warring type, even though we should be. We just want to get along with life, right? Live a peaceful existence. So, but that's how my sentiment exactly. I'm not dating no black woman or marrying no black woman that was married to a white man, because I feel like, and this may not be the case, but I feel like there's a huge percentage of chance that I'm gonna have to combat that and crack that shit down. Like I said, when I go out into the free world, when it's niggas doing nigga shit, it makes my fucking job as a black man hard, because now I gotta explain this shit, and it's hurting my argument. I damn sure don't want to deal with that in the household. I don't have to explain to somebody about white supremacy and why your fucking good job is not an example of the shit being gone, or why LeBron making millions of dollars shows that there's no oppression. I ain't got the fucking time for Candace Owens. Candace Owens talks about that shit. This is the same bitch that sued, if I'm not mistaken, her college on the grounds of racism. Oh, let me tell you about it. That wasn't her. That was Rachel Dolezal. She sued some white people. If I'm not mistaken, I thought it was a college campus, but she sued some white people on the grounds of racism. And then about 15 years later, bitch said shit don't exist, right? I ain't got time for that. Same thing. Kamala Harris, while she's not black, right? Faux black, or brown at the very least, bitch, melanated, married to a white man. Like a whole bunch of single mothers up because they kids missed school because they was sick or whatever the fuck, right? He would maliciously skip a school. And even if still, I don't think that's a fucking reason to lock people's parents up. That Ketanji Jackson chick, married to a white man. I find there's a pattern that black people, for whatever sex, when they married to white people, they be on that bullshit. Hell, even Clarence Thomas, until recently, was on some bullshit. Sexually harassing a black staffer. Telling niggas to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. I mean, as of late, he said that black people, the 14th Amendment was designed for us. But even a clock is right 2 times a day. So, yeah, they just be on the bullshit. It's problematic. So, to black men and black women, if you come across a black person that was married, I won't necessarily hold dating to the fire. But if you come across a nigga that was married to a white person, yeah, you might not want to commit. That's going to be a conflict of interest. And while I fuck some white women, I've never gotten close enough and let them see me in a vulnerable state, nor do I even discuss oppression to them. I don't discuss racism, oppression, white supremacy, and if they seem like they on some racist shit, I skedaddle, right? I'm just there to smash. You don't really have to like a certain group to smash. However, like I said, I like some white people. I'm not gonna hold you, but sex is not a determining factor on if you cool with a motherfucker. So, but I've never taken one serious and committed relationships and or married one. That because I don't really find them that much attractive. So then there's that. In any event, if you like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.